currently putting some traction bars on the old truck, hopefully to not cause what happened last time. The 14 bolt's doing good. The new gears are doing good. Been driving for probably, I don't know, I probably put 400 or 500 miles on the truck. It's done all right so far, but I wanted to get these traction bars put on, and I ordered these Hiems up from Barnes Full-Wheel Drive. They're a lot bigger than I thought they would be, but they're the same brand of the ones on all my other trucks. Shout out to my buddy Tyler Collins. Went ahead and cut some of these, put the name on them. I think they look kind of cool. A little bit different than the other ones, but I got all these brackets. These are for the rear end. I'll probably end up boxing those in on the back side. But yeah, we'll kind of set the camera up, let you watch. It's going to be kind of boring, but should be informational if you want to make some traction bars. I'll probably tell you a little bit about how I like to set mine up compared to some people and what I've found. So we got to get this side put on still yet. The only thing that's done so far is that side is tacked on there. So we'll tack that on there. We'll tack the rears on there. We'll weld the bars, and we will weld the rest of the stuff on there, and then we'll set the bars up. But still got to do the other side. So we got a while, but coming along. Just so you guys know, always put anti-seize on these things. You never know when they're going to come apart again, or when you want to take them apart. So they're always going to be in the elements. They're big threads. They're going to be a pain in the butt if you ever do get these. Don't put anti-seize on these or get these stuck. These things are probably freaking, I'd say every bit of 4 inches long, threaded. So if you wanted to, you could. Like, these are definitely overkill for what we do here. I mean, what I do, what I'm doing. These are definitely overkill, but I'd rather it be too much than not enough. And like I said, this pipe is 2-inch inside or outside diameter, an 1.5 inches inside diameter, and then the sleeves that you put in there makes the threads 1.25 inches. So these things are definitely beefy for what they are. These are the biggest ones you can get on that Jeep website. People may ask me why I'm doing this. Not really to truck pull, not really for anything like that, but to be honest with you, I think cowl tracks on a big old truck don't really look the best, nor do I think works 100% the best for towing and stuff like that. So it's just a personal preference, and I think they honestly make the truck look quite a bit different and better to a degree. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm threading these in. They're about, like I said, they're about 4 inches long, where I was going with that earlier. I like to keep them where you got about 1 inch of movement in both of them, so you have 2 inches in, 2 inches out. You really shouldn't need much more than what they are. So basically what I have it set up as is where I welded them at. So if I have to move it in any, I can move it up to 2 inches in, and out up to 2. I could move it out more than that, but you can, as far as you can go in, it's probably 2 inches total, inch on each side. But I like to keep it like that, because if you put these nuts too far up close to this Hiem joint, you won't be able to get a wrench on it to tighten it on the brackets. So I keep them back a little bit to get it for out, so you can get a wrench on them. But people, I mean, you could really run these things all the way out, you know, halfway, put them 2 inches out, but I think that'll look a little weird. So this is what I like to do. Honestly, if you ever mess with tractors, it's basically like a 3-point arm on a tractor. So all I'm doing is setting these up about halfway, and I've got the paint on the new brackets that were welded on. So basically, I'm letting that paint dry again while I'm doing these, and I'll go over it at the end about how much money I have in all this and the reason why I did it myself instead of bought a kit. So So I let all the paint dry and everything, and I went ahead and put all the brackets on here. Got that last one welded up and painted and everything. Put the bars on here, got the bolts tight, everything lined up pretty well, perfect. Had a little trouble with this bolt getting in there. Now I do plan on painting those black anyways, but I don't want to paint all these Hiems, and I know for sure I'm going to be taking these bars back off and within probably a month. So I'll probably just paint them all there. I'll put the bolts back in the holes probably, paint them, let them sit and dry while the bars are getting powder coated, and then I'll put them back. But so far, they don't look too damn bad. But I'm going to show you my easy way of adjusting them. A lot of people might say these are wrong or whatnot, but I think it works best for me. So basically, the truck's got to be sitting on the ground. I put the bar, everything's sitting on the ground. The bars are loose right now. I take these and I tighten them up until I can't move them anymore with my hand. And that's it. That's all I do. That's it. I don't do anything else. I tighten it up as much as I can with my hand. Now, of course, that's going to be turning it right. So it's basically going to be turning it clockwise if you're looking from the back of the truck to the front of the truck. So I turn them clockwise, and I'm going to take my wrench. I'm going to double nut both these ends here, and that's it. The reason why I do that is because you want the rear end to basically stay where it's at if you have a correct pinion angle. And I tighten it up and move it so that the rear end's pulling forward just a little bit, but it's only pulling a little bit by your hands. You ain't going to be able to torque this thing around or nothing. But you basically just put a little tension on it with your hands, and that's it. Some people like to leave them a little looser because it'll affect your suspension travel. I've had good luck with just leaving them like that. And if you think about it, as you go faster down the highway, the rear end's technically scooting back. So if now you're basically taking that all away, so your pinion angle is going to be basically true unless you're hitting bumps. So I keep it like that, and like I said, I bet you that bar is pretty well perfectly level, exactly how I want it. So we might actually try these out, so stay tuned.